If we could all just take a moment. Pour one out for my boy, Lord Vader. Because his days are gone. Alas, his day in the sun after the release, the hope that was brought upon by the error. The error that saw the dark side clone troopers come to Lord Vader's side and herald in a new dawn. It was over far too soon. Far too quickly. Far too brutally. Lord Vader is a failure. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Galaxy of Heroes video. Today, I wanted to talk to you just a little bit about our poor boy, Mr. Lord Vader. Poor boy, Mr. Lord Vader. What would be the best way of me showing this? Do I have a squad potentially with Lord Vader? Let's make one. Let's make one, just to really emphasize and drive home the point over here. So Lord Vader, with his dark side clones, were released only a few short months ago with the introduction of the Order 66 raid. Okay, Order 66 raid came out and we're like, we need to have some dark side clone troopers. They need to be joining Tarkin for some reason who wasn't there, and we need to go and take these dark side clone troopers and fight against, well, other dark side clone troopers and Lord Vader. It was an interesting dynamic. It was a choice. Certainly, we'll have to see if it pays off for them. I'm not so sure it did. So we had these new clone troopers, and yes, we go full send, full R9 out the wazoo, because we did have the error battle. The Nightfall error battle was pretty good. It gave some really juicy rewards. Now, did we need to go full hog? No, but it gave us 2 raid teams. That let us score maximum points, and now I don't even use these 3. Well, I do, just not in that trio team. These 3 rather. So, like, it begs the question, really, what is the problem with Lord Vader at the moment? Because he is still not performing exactly as one might expect. And that is because of one pretty drastic reason, which would be this. I mean, if we were to just go over to the pirates real quick. And for some reason, I don't know why, it was in CG's logic, it was in CG's brain that they were like, you know what? For some reason, Maz is just gonna hard counter Lord Vader. And I mean hard counter. I'll tell you why. I don't know if you've already seen it from my previous VODs, live streams of using Maz Kanata within Grand Arena. This last week, that is just finalized in GAC. We've got a new giant-up phase, so I'm correcting some mistakes that I made in week 1, even though we did go 2-1, hashtag spoilers if you've not seen my matches already. Yeah, turns out Maz Kanata is a quite literal hard counter to Lord Vader. So much of a hard counter that we were able to beat Lord Vader in every round when Maz had 1 mod on her. I'm not even joking. Like this. You're like, you don't need mods! Mods? They're overrated! I mean, this guy's got some mods. 1 mod on Smee. It is an offense primary, though. So watch out. I mean, guys, this is a terrible idea. No mods, Maz! Let's do this. Believe in the heart of the Omicrons. That was the wrong ability. Good job, Scribbles. You're off to a great start. We're off to a great start. Yeah, sure. Just do something. Do something. Maz hasn't taken a turn yet. I don't know if you guys noticed. Yeah, it's going great. It's going really well so far. I think we are an inch away from victory right now. He had Order 66, so I don't think we can revive. I'll do it anyway, because I think it dispels, doesn't it? No, it doesn't dispel. Ignore me. Right, okay. Let's get rid of the buff. Normally that's the turn 1 thing, is you get rid of the debuffs. You get rid of the debuffs and you do stuff. If this wins, I'll eat some toast. What's wrong with toast? Why would you not want to eat toast? Toast is delicious. Right. I was supposed to start with a little bit of this action, but hey-ho. It's, yep, I'm sure we're on the cusp of winning right now, guys. We're on the cusp of greatness. Come on, Quigsy. You can do it, buddy. Let's call in our girl. Yes, Maz. Do this. Beautiful. Slap him around a bit. Oh, we got a death mark. We got a death mark on Scorch. That's going to do great things, I'm sure. Yeah, brilliant damage. Brilliant damage. Go! Quiggold! You're the only one that can make this work. Maybe. Come on, man. Can we maybe kill Scorch? Because that would still be a win. I would still call that a win for us. If we can somehow defeat Scorch... Oh, yes! We killed Scorch! That, in my opinion, that's all we need to claim a victory here. Beating Scorch is a victory in and of its... Oh, my lord! What? Wait, what was that? What the... What just happened? What just happened? All right, Womp, get the toast out. Get the toaster. Get the toaster. We're doing something. We're doing something. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Oh my god. What the fuck, guys? This should not work. This should not work. In no universe should this work.
It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground.
How? Yeah. And that wasn't just that wasn't just a flash in the pan. That wasn't just luck. Well, I mean, there must have been an element of luck. That's not me flirting around with some sort of mid-tier Lord Vader. This is, you know, it's not the top of Kyber 1, don't get me wrong, but this is still a Kyber 1 opponent with full Lord Vader clones. And we didn't just do it once. Oh no. We did it every round of the last week. Every round. It's done. We can see it here in round 1 where we faced off against, R9, R8, 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 R9, still using a Datacron with bonus stats across the team. Of course, we lost Ithano there. In round 2, what did we do? We went round, we took in Maz. We lost most of the team, but look, R9, R8, 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 R9, with a big juicy Datacron on top. We still somehow won. I don't know how. Round 3, we also had another Lord Vader on the back wall over here. Where was he? Where was he? There he is. Look, we had Maz, Ithano, Smee, and Quiggled, and we beat, you know, R9, R8, R8, R7, R7. I mean, this one obviously isn't as chunky, which is probably why we survived with a little bit more banners intact, but Maz is already proving that Lord Vader really does not go on defense anymore. If it's not for Maz, it's going to be Bo-Katan Mandalore with her Datacron. So let's stop putting Lord Failure, bless his little cotton socks, on defense. We'll answer the question though, why is Maz beating Lord Vader quite so handedly, even if she has no mods? I mean, you might as well just delete all your mods, guys. They're not worth anything. The big thing is, of course, her leadership, in particular if you have her leadership Omicron. This part here, if there were no Galactic Legend enemies at the start of battle, if there is an enemy Sith, pirate allies take reduced damage from percentile health effects like damage over times, and whenever they target the enemy Sith with an ability, they deal 300% more damage, ignore protection, and at the start of each Sith enemy's turn, all pirate allies are going to gain foresight for 1 turn. Now I know there's a clause there that says no galactic enemies at the start of battle, however, right at the bottom of this Omicron it says, the condition of no galactic legend enemies at the start of the battle is removed on this ability. And we also gain 30% max health, max protection, 30 speed. We also, whenever we score a critical hit, we are stacking tenacity, which is okay. It doesn't really do a heck of a lot on this team. And then if we ever get instantly defeated by a non-galactic legend enemy, that enemy is death marked for 1 turn, which you'll then be able to target them and instantly kill them straight away. Which means this also works against Jedi Master Kenobi with Cat, which is absolutely flipping bonkers. So these two things combined, this additional damage that we're doing against Lord Vader, as well as the ability to take reduced damage from percentile health effects, which basically means the dots that they trigger on us do next to nothing, which is a large portion of the enemy's damage, it just almost completely nullifies that poor Lord Vader. There is also a really nice additional secondary thing with her unique Omicron on Ancient Wisdom. This part over here does give her a little bit of mastery stacking, which was nice. This also gives them additional offense stripping from the enemy, so lowering the offense on enemies that we take stacks of profit from, which is part of her leadership. So we're taking away up to 25% of his damage output, as well as 25% of their speed, and then whenever we inflict a debuff, we are going to, with our pirate allies obviously, we are going to be dealing true damage to all enemies once per turn. It can't defeat them, but it does do significant damage. Let's have a look. We can see here, when Quiggle does his basic, he applies defense down to the enemy, and you can see everybody taking about 10k damage. Apart from Lord Vader, he takes 30% less damage from all damage sources, so that's obviously going to decrease. I know you think like, oh, 10k, it's not that much. Well, it does over time. Turns out to be quite a lot. When you're constantly assisting, constantly doing damage, it does turn out to be quite a bit. And you can see it keeps on getting higher. Maz does a basic, 10k damage to everybody. Another hit from Quiggled, 10k damage. But this is the big one. This is the big one, and I think we have to slow this down because I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. But check out this mass assist from Maz. A Maz assist, if you will. So we do her second special, which calls in everybody to assist. Now look at this damage straight off the rip, 73, 63k. Not even sure who landed that hit, it might have been Quiggled, right? But look at that damage, guys. 73, 63, 227,000 damage there. 44k AoE, 40k AoE, 44k, 44k, 31k AoE. Like, holy moly, what just happened? What just happened there? I don't understand how that damage went out like that. That was just crazy. And then we do another big AoE with Quigsy and check out the damage once again. Look at this, look at this. Look at this AoE damage of 35,000, 50,000, 50,000, 50,000. Quiggold is apparently just an absolute damage monster. And that damage right there was actually pretty impressive as well. That assist afterwards. I mean, look at that. We've got 45k, 45k, 103,000, and then a 281k hit at the end of it. Damage just starts to ramp out of this world with this team. Absolutely insane levels of damage. Now don't forget that a large part of that is going to be that triple damage that they're getting from Maz's leadership unique, because Lord Vader is of course a Sith. Don't try and take Sith against Maz, it'll end very, very badly for you. And here we go again with this mass assist. Obviously the damage numbers here will not be as much, simply because that wasn't the mass assist anyway, simply because it's not versus Sith, so we lose that 300% damage. But even so, you know, the damage output is still absolutely phenomenal, and it rips through Lord Vader, like I said, without mods on half these teams. That's me doing that much damage when he's got one offense mod. Granted, he is Relic 9. I get that. He's got a lot of relic investment, but still, this absolutely boggles my mind. And I gotta be honest, this team, this Maz team, is quickly becoming one of my favorites. It beats JMK teams. It beats Lord Vader teams. It holds well on defense. I've seen this team hold quite literally against galactic legends, multiple galactic legends, as well as being a powerhouse on offense. I would say that this Maz team is probably one of the most important teams to be getting right now in the game. It's absolutely absurd how good the Pirates are. Even Pirate King Hondo, phenomenal. Like, combined, if you've got a Pirate King Hondo team and you've got a Maz team, the combined power of those teams is off the charts. Better than Lord Vader, and he's just had 4 lifter units. Bless him. So I guess the takeaway from this, ladies and gentlemen, is this. 1, take your Lord Vader off defense. 2, get Maz and her pirates, because they are absolutely nutty buddy. All right? They are absolutely insane. One final thing, ladies and gentlemen. Love you. See you later, guys.